Hey Soul Tribe, welcome into another Angel and Ancestor 7-day forecast message. I really do hope that this finds you in divine timing. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome to the channel. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back, my love. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much, and I thank you for your love and support. It truly means the world to me. All right, if you want to become a channel member for exclusive viewer perks and so much more, you can click that join button next to subscribe underneath this video if you see it. Or you can go in the description box and click the link, and it'll take you to the same page, and you can overview my membership tier, see what I have to offer, and join wherever you feel comfortable, my love. All right, I would love to have you guys on the more intimate side of the channel. But in the meantime and in between time, Soul Tribe, let's talk about the next 7 days. Okay. During my meditation, heart chakra, okay, all up in the heart chakra. And what hit me the most in the heart chakra was there's resistance internally, okay, for some of y'all here, to being received, maybe even perceived in a way. Like, some of y'all are kind of addressing another layer of healing around giving and receiving. So you might be very prone to being a giver, but receiving from others feels wrong in some way, or you might push away offers, or when people try to do stuff for you, it's like, no. You know, a little bit of that hyper independence kind of a thing. Some of that might be healing a little bit more over the next 7 days, or there might be a situation in a scenario where the divine is guiding you to step more in that being open-hearted to receive. You are worthy of receiving energy rather than I don't deserve that. No. You know, don't bring that in. I rather give. I don't want to get kind of a thing. Because that's the way the heart chakra works, right? Being a giver without also being open to receive is still lopsided. Just like only receiving and never giving is lopsided. It's the same thing, okay? Yeah, I'm hearing being the only one helping out, but then never asking for help. Ooh, that just twinged my heart chakra a little bit. So yeah, this is the asking for help part. Any sort of shame, guilt that you might have around asking for help might be ready to kind of shift out of your energy if you choose to do so, okay? There could be people that want to help you, Soul Tribe, but maybe they know you're super independent. Maybe they know that you wouldn't really necessarily be open to it, or you tend to kind of want to do everything on your own. Let somebody help you, okay? And I get it. Sometimes help can come with a hidden agenda. Sometimes help can make you feel in debt to others. But that's where I think you got to focus on. Why do you feel in debt to someone if they're offering to help you? It's like, because you did that for me, now I got to go above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a knee-jerk reaction. I feel like we talked about this. Maybe this was on the membership side of the channel. This might have been in one of those 2-week forecasts I did maybe a couple months ago. So that energy is coming back out around here. Coming back out and around. Ooh. This is a part of somebody's South Node energy. This is a lesson that you're meant to learn in this lifetime. Okay? Maybe your South Node is in Taurus, so your North Node would be in Scorpio, which would absolutely lead you into a lot of situations where your discernment has to be sharp, or you're going to have to sharpen your discernment in the way that a Scorpio naturally is. Yeah, learning how to see beyond the surface of things. Okay, that's interesting. So something about that Taurus-Scorpio axis could be relevant here for some of y'all. Show me what this is all about. What's this heart chakra receiving and giving energy about for the next 7 days? Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. Right. Okay. Be open, keyword there. All that green, heart chakra. Archangel Raphael, kind of an energy. Again, release the old and rest. Move in a new direction. Yeah, some of y'all can't receive because you're still holding on to the old. The old could be a path, a direction you're taking, not wanting to let something go. Be open to healing information. Take a new approach to something here. Yeah, embrace the energy of peace, broken arrow. Okay. Oh, yeah, picking back up on where we left off maybe last week. Some of y'all that are waiting for that directional path, that sense of where am I going? What am I doing? I'm ready to move. I'm ready to act. I'm ready to see something shift and change, right? You're not necessarily getting a direction because you're meant to embrace peace right now. And for who that message is, embracing stillness and peace is difficult. Okay. For those of y'all that like, no, I can sit still, I don't mind. This might not be your message. I'm speaking to those of y'all where sitting still, having to wait, having to be patient, not your strongest virtue. Not your favorite thing to do. And it's almost like the divine isn't giving you clear direction because you need to just chill. You need to just embrace the energy of peace. You're being given peace, but you're not receiving it as such. Maybe that's the giving and receiving. The divine is giving you peace, but you're kind of in anticipation for the next action, the next motion, the next movement, that you're not embracing the gift of peace that you have. Okay? And we all do it. Happens to everybody. Okay? But do your very best to just, shift your perception. Look at it from a different point of view. And trust in the unknown a little bit more. That's exactly why the divine would not give you clear direction, because you need to trust. Another thing that some of y'all got a Scorpio North Node. Another thing that Scorpions have to work on. Trust. Okay. Yeah, it's like because it's so still and because it's so peaceful and because you're not necessarily being pulled in any other direction, you don't trust it. It's like something's wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Something went wrong. What happened? Like your skepticism is so high. Yeah, okay. Show me a little bit more. What else? Sage, just be devoted and committed to where you are now. You're being given an opportunity to learn something new and different, and it's in a way that you're not used to learning things. Some of y'all are very like, I gotta go through the fire to really learn it. The divine is trying to keep you from having to do that for somebody here. You don't gotta go through the fire and have everything be burnt and destroyed to learn something, okay? Learn it in peace. Learn it in stillness. Learn it in abundance. Learn it in rest. Last one. Who else is here? Angels and ancestors for my soul tribe this week. Yeah, the eagle. See it from a higher perspective. What if you don't have a direction right now, or you don't have that green light because you don't need it? What if you're right exactly where you need to be? What if there's still something to learn and grow in the present moment? What if where you might be trying to rush off to and head off to might disrupt your peace? What if you're being protected? Again, go back to last week's message. Yeah, honor your inner knowing. Some of y'all, it's hard to trust the inner knowing because it feels a little foreign. Some of y'all are definitely in uncharted waters. Like, this is new for you. You've never had to do this before, but this is a part of your evolution. This is a part of transformation for you. You're in a transformation season, in a phase. And the divine is trying to get you to embrace peace through this transformation and transition, maybe even. But I get it. It goes against the pattern that you're familiar with. Okay. All right. So tell me, what's the healing information here available for my soul tribe over the next 7 days? From the Medicine Guardian, what's the healing information? Death. Ooh-wee. Yeah, transformation. Yeah, endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. Exactly. Something had to end because it was affecting your health. Or some of y'all might have been neglecting your health to pursue or push or kind of gain something or go towards something, travel somewhere, move in a certain direction, and the divine put that to a halt. So brought in an ending so you can have a rebirth. And in that rebirth, you're meant to release the old and rest. The old is that maybe way of thinking that you got to be on go and move. And if you're not moving, then I'm not doing enough and da-da-da-da, and putting all this kind of, again, internal. This is like an internal force that the divine is trying to get you to shift your perception on. Why are you in a rush? Why do you need to get there? Why can't you sit still? What are you afraid of in that stillness? Scorpionic again. So Scorpio could be a very important energy for some of y'all here. Show me autumn. What needs to be released? Okay. 4 of Wands. Yeah, contracts and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Right. Rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. God, the Savior, the patient God. Fertility, multiplicity, protects against despair, helps one be patient. Y'all, I can't make it up. I cannot. Y'all got to be patient. I know, easier said than done. Not everybody's favorite word. I get it. You want it now. You wanted it yesterday. You wanted it a year ago, a month ago, a week ago, whatever. I get it. I get it. But there's so much wisdom to gain from patience. So much wisdom to gain. This is also about conserving somebody's energy. Some of y'all need to put on like power save mode. Okay. You need to turn your internal battery yellow and just reserve your energy a little bit. Okay. No need to despair. No need to despair. No need to freak out. Do your very best to try to live in peace with the moment. Okay, thank you, Divine. That feels too carefree, too loosey-goosey, too airy, too lofty for somebody here. Yeah, justice. Justice is happening. Yeah, the invocable God makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Ooh. The divine was protecting a part of your innocence. You weren't aware of something. Yeah, not because you were maybe turning a blind eye. You just maybe genuinely didn't anticipate or think that was going on or that was happening. Again, the divine was protecting you from something. You're going to receive a truth about why something came to an end. Yeah, you're going to receive the real truth. So you might have been given a lie as to why something was ended. I'm hearing taken away from you. Like the rug was pulled out from under you. Okay, I can get that. Having that happen to you could definitely make it seem like, yeah, can bring you into the energy of despair. Especially if you weren't anticipating it. Or if it was truly for no reason. You didn't do anything for that to happen, but somebody just wanted to rip the rug from underneath you. Yeah, there's justice in that situation. If that hits home in some sort of way. What's the new direction with this traveler? Some of y'all maybe again want to move. The 8 of Pentacles. Intellectual talent provides knowledge. God the teacher. Yeah, you're going to get that moment. You're going to get that right direction. Okay, yeah. The directional arrow is broken right now because you're supposed to just be in peace with the moment where you are. That arrow will mend itself and point you in the right place soon here, okay? But patience, my love. This is a definite time to exercise the virtue of patience. Let this play out the way that it's organically meant to. naturally meant to, rather than the way you would want it to, or you're trying to will it to. Some of you are trying to exert your will and you're exhausting your energy because you're trying to maybe force something to happen, or force this movement, or force some sort of direction. Back up off of it. Seriously. Give yourself a moment to not force anything, not try, not even not try, but just like to rest. Some of y'all really maybe even need like a vacation. You need time to be away from maybe the mundane parts of life. Yeah, the Seven of Swords, knowledge of good and evil, God nurturing and maintaining everything. Appeases divine anger, okay? Yeah, you could be very angry that you don't have a solid sense of direction right now. So again, it's like you feel maybe held back by the universe, or the divine is holding you back, or somebody again ripped the rug from underneath you and set you back, tried to get in the way of your progress. That could be the truth that's revealed. Somebody did that intentionally. Whatever it was. Knowledge of good and evil, right? There might have been some sort of evil that was done here. Okay, but again, there's no need to worry and no need to despair. Justice is here. It's being handled. Whatever they thought they were going to have, or whatever they thought they did, it didn't last long. They did probably more harm to themselves than good by trying to rip that carpet from underneath you, the rug from underneath you. Show me the shift in perception. Shift in perception with the air guardian. Come on, man. I can't make it up. Temperance. Patience. What if everything is working out in your favor? What if what was meant to hurt and harm you, stagnate you, delay you, throw you back a couple steps, block you, put a ceiling over you, is actually benefiting you? The God of joy. What if you can find joy in this very moment, despite not having an arrow pointing you in the direction, despite not having the green light and being on yellow light with the divine, despite it all? How can you deepen your trust in the unknown and what you can't see? Because clearly the divine knows something you don't. This would be a moment to trust and surrender more than you think you already are. Yeah, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. The divine didn't have you walk away for something or force you to walk away from something for any reason, for the fun of it. Again, I don't know. There was some sort of intention here. Whatever was intended to do harm is going to be transformed into your good. You just need to know that. Eights are also significant. You got the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups that just come out, and the Eight of Swords that's at the bottom of the deck. Truth and justice. Protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. This is what I mean. This is all for your highest good, whether you feel that way or not. But again, if you're not feeling like that, please, please, please do your very best to try to adjust your emotions in that direction, because you have more control over what you feel and what you give meaning to than you probably are aware of right now. Keep in mind, a big part of being human is applying meaning, defining things. So how you apply meaning to this phase in your life is how you're going to feel about it, move through it. It's what's going to kind of manifest. So if you look at it as, oh, shoot, I'm free, I'm thriving, I'm living, that's exactly what's going to happen. But if you look at it like a setback and, oh, my gosh, somebody was trying to get at me and and like, oh, this is fail and I'm a failure and all of that, then that's what's going to manifest. So just be mindful of that. Your perception is everything. But it's in your control how you perceive what's going on in your world. Some of y'all, that's the mantra you need. Everything is working out in my favor. Everything meant to do harm or evil is working out for my highest good. Every step back is just 10 steps forward. Like somebody has to train their mind and their heart to feel that way. But you have control over that, okay? You don't need evidence necessarily in the 3D to have that perspective. Some of y'all are waiting to see it before you believe it. You got to believe it before you see it. Temperance. Believe in the gold that will come from the lead before it happens. All right. Yeah, show me what this trust in the unknown is all about here, Divine. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, I ain't telling you nothing but the truth, okay? God above all names elevated. Affinity and friendship. Obtain the friendship of anyone. The divine is your friend. The divine is not working against you. The universe is not working against you. It's working for you. What you perceive as stagnation or working against you is actually protection and almost like a prop up. Your perception is everything. Okay? What does my soul tribe need to be devoted to? You got the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, your perception is everything. The patient God with the Ace of Wands. God, the impenetrable secret with the 9 of Wands, the right hand of God. Be devoted to celebrating the moment that you have now, the peace that you're being given now. Embrace that. Really, truly let the past go. Because I get it. I get it. Whatever that rug was that was pulled out from under you, you could feel slighted by it. It feels like a personal attack. And heck, it might have even been very personal. But you don't have to apply that meaning to it. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to take it like that. You don't have to internalize it like that. That's your choice. Okay? But it feels like somebody's holding on to being slighted by something that's ended, as opposed to rejoicing that whatever it was, it definitely wasn't doing nothing for your health, boo. It was not doing anything for your health. So being happy that that's done. You don't have to go back to that, or that's over. And again, it might take y'all a little bit of a minute, and that's fine too. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. That's exactly what happened. You got delivered from bondage that you might not have even been aware that the enemy had you in, or that there was some sort of, again, evil afoot or something. I'm hearing ill intention. There was some sort of ill intention that you were protected from. Or even if that rug being pulled under you was ill-intended, again, it's not stopping your prosperity. Again, it's working for your greater good. And I get you might not see that right now, and that's it. It's like, I just need a sign. I need to see that. I need to feel that in order for me to trust and rest into it. That's not how it works. You got to trust and rest into that being the case so that it happens. You're more of a manifester than you're giving yourself credit for. More in power than you're giving yourself credit for. What's the higher perspective here, Divine? The Empress, come on, more in power than you give yourself credit for. The 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Can I get one for the Eagle? What's the higher perspective that my soul tribe needs this week? Thank you. The Magician. Are you more in power? Stop playing. Stop playing. You more empowered than you give credit to yourself for. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Yes, secretly, you're more powerful than you're allowed. That's what it is. That's the allowance in the heart. You're more powerful than you're allowing yourself to be. Allow yourself to be powerful in this moment. If you need permission, here it is. You can give yourself permission at any time. But if you need to hear it, you have permission to be powerful. You absolutely do. You have permission to rise from these ashes. Somebody set you on fire or set your path on fire. You have permission to walk through it. And not be touched, not be burned, not be harmed. If that's what you need to do. King of Pentacles back out here. Yeah. So there could have been some sort of shift or end in your stability in some way. Yeah, obedience causes harmony, and peace calms anger and anyone. And you might be angry about it. You gotta connect with that emotion. It's okay to be upset if you know somebody retaliated against you, or you know somebody tried to try to get in your way or fuck up your path, or like, if you know that was intentional, it, okay, be angry about it. Let that anger move through you. Trying to not be angry about it, or avoiding the anger, not looking at the anger, not dealing with it, is also going to mess you up. Get mad, be upset, be pissed for however long you need to be. That's fine. But let that anger out. Okay? Because that's what you need to release. You need to release the anger about what happened. Yeah. Because it was unjust. It was. You're right. It was the wrong thing to do. You didn't deserve that. Yeah, it is an injustice. But that balance, that karmic balance, is out of your hands. Let the divine be the divine. Okay? Show me justice with releasing the old and rest. This end could have happened in autumn. Okay? Ace of Wands back out here again. Fertility, multiplicity, protects against despair, helps one be patient. Ace of Wands, you still are fertile. You still can multiply. You still can create. You're not in despair, so celebrate that. You're in peace. And yeah, continue to be patient. It might not be moving as fast as you want it to be, or shifting as fast as you want it to, but it's happening at the right pace. Surrender to that. Okay? Show me the Eight of Pentacles under this move in a new direction. God, the teacher. Yeah, you have intellectual talent and the knowledge. So like, that's one thing, especially if this is like a career or as in a job situation. Nobody can take your skills from you. Yeah, they could take the job, they could take the position, they can screw you over that way. But they can't take your skill set. They can't take who you are. They can't take your intelligence. So this might be your sign that, yeah, you might need to take your talents elsewhere. Or you needed to take your talents elsewhere, and the divine came in and forced you into it. Because you might have been trying to prove your worth or prove your intelligence. And that's not the energy you're meant to be in, magician. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You just are. You be. Nothing to prove. So this could be a part of that healing. It hurts the heart when you find out that, oh, okay, yeah, they were intentionally trying to play with my money or play with my stability. Like somebody, wielded their power over me to try to delay me, or whatever the case. Whatever their intention was, who really cares? Because all that intention they had for you is falling back on their head 100-fold. It does every single time. Okay? Please know that. They're not escaping that. Can't. All you got to do is focus on where you are now and where you're headed. Okay? And I get it. Yeah, it can be very upsetting. But again, move through the anger. Okay? Move through the anger. The Three of Wands, right? Construction of the universe, the God of hope. Help with great works. Protection from adversaries. Exactly. Exactly. This was protecting you from people who did have ill intentions towards you. And again, those ill intentions are only working against them. They can't really work against you. Let me tell you like this. The divine's not going to allow it. For whoever this is, the divine's not allowing it. Sometimes the divine will allow it because it's a lesson that needs to be learned. But no, I don't feel that in this energy. So whatever happened as divine protection, and you got to trust that, okay? Show me the Seven of Swords with embracing the energy of peace. Yep, Archangel Raphael with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. Let me tell you, God has healed. Divine comfort gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Again, heals all disorders, protects travelers and medical workers. Yeah, now you get to have peace. Again, what was intended to do harm to you is only putting you on your right path. The Chariot, Archangel Michael, who is like God. Somebody tried to play God in your life. Yeah, somebody power tripped. Whatever. Perseverance, success in conflict. I'm trying to tell you, success is guaranteed. Success in the middle of conflict. Success in the face of your adversaries. They thought you were going to crash and burn, not knowing you had wings. Okay, I guess everybody learning something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, great. Yeah, you're still in your chariot. Again, what's meant for you is for you. So long as you maintain your devotion and commitment to that, surrender when you need to, let go when you need to, nothing can get in your way. Nobody can get in your way. Nobody can play God in your life, no matter how many times they try. And people who do that feel so insignificant, so powerless, so worthless within themselves, so small, so tiny, so little, so tiny. To feel like you gotta go and be bigger and badder than somebody else like that, like you're so small. That's just what it is. Like, that's the kind of perspective and the energy that you just need to have when it comes to that. Like, yeah, when you show up as a magician, when you have a lot of that divine support, when you can create something out of absolutely nothing, that is going to bring a lot of people who want to be you, want to take that gift away from you because they can't do it, want to learn from you so they could try to do it themselves, or want to watch you do it and then take what you manifest. It's going to bring a whole bunch of people. But again, so long as you stay in your integrity, that's just everybody, that's just people racking up karma. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it can't really do much. But you start to get a little sideways with the magician energy, you gonna get put to the side. That's just how that works, okay? So you're on your chariot. Little do people know. And that's why you can embrace the energy of peace. So don't worry about the direction. Just make sure you're staying in the chariot. Page of Pentacles for temperance. God sung above all. Loyalty and elite. What did I say? As long as you are loyal to that path. And allegiance, friendship, and reconciliation. Shift your perception. Your loyalty to whatever that situation was underappreciated, overlooked. Your allegiance, not respected. So why would you need to be there? God did you a favor. The divine did you a favor. The universe did you a favor. Start looking at it like that if you haven't already. Okay. Show me the Ace of Swords and trusting the unknown. Thank you, divine. The Six of Pentacles. Come on. Divine grace. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. Some of y'all are upset. You are. You're angry. And I would say you have the right to be angry. Being angry in the face of injustice is perfectly normal, natural, and human. There, you can be absolutely angry with the injustice, for sure. Let that anger fuel you into taking proper action. Some of y'all got to let that anger move through you. Like, don't hold on to it. Be mad, be upset. But make sure you find an outlet for it. Some of y'all got to channel it into something productive and creative for yourself. Okay? But either way, it has to be released. You can't hold on to it. Because holding on to it is keeping you tied to that timeline that the divine has clearly pushed you off of. Put you in the fool energy around. Okay, show me the Five of Cups with be devoted and committed. The King of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm trying to tell you, the exalted God, victory. Okay, submission to higher order with the Nine of Pentacles. Identifies traitors and destroys their plans. What did I tell you? Yeah, you might have been betrayed. Yeah, you might have had a couple of traitors. Sure, all right. That comes with it. That's natural. That's just what it is. But your submission to the higher order is how their plans are destroyed. So that's what you got to focus on. Submit to the higher order of things. Clearly, it's above your hands. Clearly, this is where the divine wanted you to be, what they wanted to happen. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. Search for the lesson and the blessing and keep moving. Or sit still if you need to. Receive it as the gift of protection that it is. And I know this might not have been a time you wanted to be protected. I get it. But you don't know what the divine knows. And you might be stepping into a little bit more of what the divine knows when it comes to this situation, okay? But you got prosperity here. Show me the Five of Cups. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Right. God, the highest being. Again, somebody thought they were more powerful, more in control than they truly were. Desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. Exactly. Some of y'all will know. It will be revealed to you why something happened, especially if you didn't get an explanation or no answer or really no information. The truth of what went down always comes out. So if you want to know why the divine has you sitting in peace right now, sit still and ask, look around, tap in, okay? Allow yourself to receive the peace first so you can understand why it's here. Allow yourself to receive the transformation and the change and the shift that's happened so you can understand why. But if you resist it and you're not receiving it, then you're not going to understand why you're in it and you're just going to run yourself in circles, okay? Okay, show me the Magician energy, the Ace of Cups. Look at all the aces. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Child, you got everything you need. Rejuvenation, that's why. Some of y'all needed to be rejuvenated. Some of y'all were sacrificing your health to stay loyal to something that wasn't loyal to you. Could care less about you. Damn near maybe even hated you. Okay? Haters come with the territory. All right, come with the path. Rejuvenation obtains, the mercy of God and gives long life. This is about your preservation. And the sun, I can't make it up. The vivifying God, restoring your life, protection from adversaries. Okay. This was an opportunity for you to restore yourself. This is an opportunity for you to restore yourself. Please take it. Instead of trying to push yourself on another timeline, go back to where you once were, or again, still stay angry about what happened. Sit in the gift and the blessing that is the happening. Do you see what I'm saying? It happened for a reason. And again, I could sit here on this camera and say that till I'm blue in the face. I understand. So it might not be this what you want to mend the wound, right? It might not make you feel good to hear that, but it's what you need to know for sure. And you're not alone. So many people right now are going through that kind of shake up and shift up, especially when it comes to financial stability. So you're not alone. You're not alone. But for those of y'all where you're still kind of angry about it, there's still a lot of that. Sit with the anger. Be mad. Stop resisting it. You're not going to mess up anything for yourself by feeling what you feel. The divine knows your heart. They know your heart. Okay? So let's get some synchronicities here for you. Can you clarify what's coming in, though, with all these aces? And can you confirm this energy for my soul tribe? What's coming in? Reward. Eights could be significant, like I said earlier. Come on, 420. Okay? If you garden, just chill. Just chill. Chill, chill, chill. Relax, relax, relax. Relax. The way to mend the broken arrow and actually find the direction is for you to chill. And I get it. That's counterintuitive for somebody or for a couple of y'all. I'm used to figuring out the direction by taking action, not by sitting still. The more you relax, the more you can be rewarded. Hi, puppy. Hi, sweet potato. I'm almost done. I love you and I'm almost done. Did you eat? You ate your food? Okay. What else? Other synchronicities that are important. Guidance here for my soul tribe in this energy. Thank you. Alignment. It's about your alignment, baby. Stay aligned. Submit to the higher order of things. Submit to the chariot. Call the chariot in. Some of you might be blocking yourselves with what you're saying. Truth and triumph after that. Compassion. That might be the trigger right there. Ooh. Not compassion towards any of the adversaries. I don't really feel that. You got to have compassion for yourself. You're in an unknown space. Trust the unknown. Yeah, truth and triumph. In truth, you are triumphant. In truth, you've already overcome the difficulty. It's just letting it play out. Okay? And finding compassion for yourself. Yeah, achievement. I think that's what it is. You might have been close to achieving something and then the rug was pulled out from under you. Somebody could have known you were about to hit a goal, or, you know, you were about to make something happen. So they disrupted you with whatever little power they had. Tiny little baby, tiny little power. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. So you're angry that another delay around an achievement you were trying to make. I get it. Trust me, baby. I get it. Okay? But we know everything is always going to work out for your highest good so long as you proclaim that over your life. Speak life into yourself right now. Next 7 days. Give yourself compassion for feeling upset, for being scared, maybe even about the unknown. Don't judge yourself for that. Okay? Yeah, because abundance is yours. Look at all the 8s. Truth again at the bottom. Okay? You're going to be abundant regardless. All you got to do is relax into your alignment. Don't force your alignment. Relax into your alignment. Again, it's counterintuitive for somebody here to do that, but that's what you got to work on. Okay? Yeah, work on being more aware of it. Okay? Like I said, aware and achievement. Somebody was definitely aware that you were about to achieve something. So they pulled their little power move that they had to pull to try to stop that. Yeah, okay. It ain't really stopping it. You're still going to achieve whatever that is. It's just going to happen in a different way. And maybe that's it. Some of y'all had a plan. Some of y'all got some strong Virgo in your chart. I could feel it. It was like, but that's not the plan. It was supposed to go like this and I was so close. A habit. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You had a plan. Something outside of your control thwarted that plan, distorted the plan, put that plan to an end, or is forcing the plan to change. Some of y'all might struggle with change. You might have a lot of fixed energy in your chart. Regardless, okay? That's the work. Relax into alignment. Okay? And make awareness a habit. There's something about that. Some of y'all couldn't see it. Some of y'all saw it, but you didn't want to see it. You might have saw it, but you thought you could kind of just endure it and push through it to get to that achievement. Okay? Make the higher perspective a habit. Make it a habit to speak abundance, alignment, reward, awareness, compassion, peace into your life. Okay? Maybe there's also a habit that needs to change. Maybe that's what the divine is trying to get you to look at over the next 7 days. What habit do you have? I feel like it's pushing through even though the divine is telling you to chill. That could be the habit. Hyper independence could be the habit. So you don't like to ask for help, but you know, it could be a whole spectrum of things. Okay, sit with this though, y'all. Figure out what habit the divine is trying to get you to break. Or have at least awareness around. Maybe not even fully break it, depending on the habit, but just have awareness around. And some of y'all, again, need a vacation. You need to go outside and play. I know it's cold as hell where I'm at, so I don't know about outside, but you definitely need to incorporate some more lighthearted energy into your day-to-day to help you relax and align, okay? Thinking about the anger and what happened isn't serving you, okay? But you do need to find an outlet for the anger so it can serve you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I really do hope that this was helpful and insightful to whoever needed this message. Let me know in the comments. I love you all so very much. Again, if you made it this far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can pick up on messages for you in the future. And definitely check out the channel memberships. All right, hit that join button next to subscribe underneath this video, or check out the link in my description box. If you want your own angel and ancestor message, you want me to tap into your own angelic and ancestral guidance that surrounds you, you can book this reading at my website, cuspofroses.com. No, cuspofroses.store. I'm sorry. And that's linked down below, okay? But I'll leave it there. I love you all so very much. And I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in our next one. Have a great week. Namaste.